Hi everybody, welcome back to The Recruiter. I'm old, so Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Stephen Stills, love the one you're worth. Love the one you're with. I've made this mistake countless times when I ran dealerships of bringing a new hire on, liking them a lot during the interview, training them, onboarding them, quote, end quote, and initially training them. Along the way, I see signs that he or she is not the person that I interviewed. I either screwed up the interview, I got sold on the interview, he or she fibbed on the interview, something happened. But I like the person. I like the person. They're a nice person. They have a family. They have a mortgage. They have kids in school. They tithe with their church. There's somebody that I go out to dinner with and have a bite to eat. They're nice people, but they're underperforming dramatically. But they're nice, so you hold on to them. You're nice, you hold on to them. Now you got a bunch of other people that their performance far exceeds this person that you like, that's nice. But the person's not able to develop him or herself to be like the other top performers. What do we do? What do we do? It's tough to affect a person's life, their family. But in reality, if you really think about it, aren't we enabling that person to be mediocre? Aren't we enabling that person to fail by keeping them and letting them slide at 4, 5, 6 cars a month, or one-liner repair orders as a service advisor in the service lane, or whatever? If they're making 70 calls a day, rather than 120 in the BDC, whatever the case might be, they're underperforming. If we don't, now we've got to try everything. We got to look in the mirror, make sure that we got to be straight with ourselves. Have we given them every opportunity? Have we fully developed them? Have we given them every single ounce of what we know to enable them to be successful? And they're just not able or willing to accept that information. Not unlike a used car that you stretched on, that first loss is your best loss. You gotta cut the person loose. You have to. There's no question about it. It'll affect the rest of your crew, whether they have even if they have a bad attitude, a good attitude rather, they're going to affect the rest of the crew because they're underperforming and they get kind of the same rights and so forth as everybody else. It's not right. It doesn't work. So they got to go. Now, let's take a look at something else. And this just came up with a very dear friend of mine just the other day. Where he called me, and he's got a department head that's a leader that can't lead. This owner of this business is, first of all, just an amazing human being. I mean, this guy's turbocharged all the time. That's kind of a hint. But this leader of this department, his attitude's horrible. His performance is pretty good, but his attitude and his leadership skills suck. They're horrible. They're really bad. We call in our training, our recruiting training, Mean Aunt Helga. It's like, boy, Aunt Helga, it sure is a beautiful sunny day outside, isn't it? Yeah, but it's going to get dark and rain later. You know, it's just still always looking for the negative. And that's just this guy. And this business owner has helped him with insurance for his family. It's helped him in a million different ways. But the guy's negative, and he's not likable. I'm here to say this. I have 50 people in our organization, and I like all of them. If I didn't like them, why would I have them working for me? You don't have to work with or have someone work for you that you don't like. Life's too short. Chances are, if you don't like them, your customers don't like them. If you don't like them and your customers don't like them, chances are the other team members that he or she is supposed to be leading doesn't like them. You got to cut them loose. You have to cut them loose. It's not going to get any better. No amount of counseling is going to repair that relationship. The differences are not able to be reconciled. So if that's happening in your store, if that happens in your department, think about that and really take a self-analysis of yourself. Take a piece of paper, write it down, pros and cons, and take a look at it. Are you doing that? If you are, make the change. It's important to the overall culture and profitability of your dealership. I'll catch you on the next Recruiter.